Today is October 5th, 2010. Really don't know what to say. This morning, looked at my email, and I got another email at 9:09 a.m. from a devotee in India named Kavya. I won't use her last name because I happen to like her. Asking me, how are you doing? I didn't get a chance to talk to you before you left. What happened? I was very concerned about you, but then the program got busy and didn't have a chance to email you till now. Let me know. Kavya. Once again, I've made it extraordinarily clear that I did not want to be contacted. But understand, it's not a thing. It's the spirit behind the thing. It's not these people. It's not the people that I met in Montclair. Them as individuals. It's the spirit behind it. These people actually believe they're doing good. I feel for them. Kavya, to answer your question, I came to India to help my fellow man. I had some fantasy. That's one of the reasons why, because I had this fantasy that I wanted to spend 63 days at the ashram. It was so that I could spend more time feeding the poor, being help to my fellow man. What I saw for 2 days was this levitation and all these things unleashed, and that isn't why I came. And that's the reason that I came to India, and it didn't fit the reason I came. So I left in peace. The answer to your question as to what happened, what I did in India is I left the ashram after 2.5 days, knew no one, went into Bangalore, and just trusted the people of Bangalore, mostly Hindus, and the Muslim people. They're just people, but I'm just saying in terms of religious groups, where I learned a great deal about how India, how Hindus feel about Nithyananda, and how much lack of respect he has because of his behavior. Now, I learned that, and I decided to not look at the websites. I was done. I was focusing on other things. So what I spent my time in India doing was uncovering different social programs and people that were involved in reaching out to humanity. And I found a guy, through a weird coincidence of events, who's trying to build a club for kids in Bangalore to help orphans have a place to go and stay, where they could have a nice meal and, not be out in the cold because, a lot of them are abandoned. So that's who I met. That's what I did. I met other outreaches. One of them was the Mother Teresa outreach, which was interesting. Mother Teresa was very well respected by all sorts of religious groups in India, and so I visited her orphanage where they take care of disabled kids. That's what I did in India. So I never looked back. Now, I was making it known to my people how I felt about certain things, which is my right, but I didn't look back at the organization Life Bliss, at what was going on, because it's not for me. Until they called my daughter. And then on Sunday, I went and told them personally to stop it. Now, I did that so nobody could say they didn't open their email box or something. I told them personally. And you can see a part of it right here.
Connected with
everyone. Oh, I did. And it was all real. Listen, I had no agenda coming in here.
Yes.
Very open-minded. Everything that you saw me do, everything that I was genuine.
Yes.
And then up until the time I went to the ashram, saw what was going on, I said, this isn't for me.
Right.
So I will tell you.
It's perfectly all right.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
I will just be sure that you do not reach out to me or my family, because that's my personal choice. Okay, and other families know this. Be very sensitive to that, because that is a very touchy subject, because people that look into and say, is this a cult or not, when that kind of stuff is perceived,
Right.
This organization is going to be classified instantly as that, and I'm still not convinced that it isn't.
Right, right.
Now, I thought that would be the end of it, but it's not. The next day, I received email, not only to me, but to my daughter, talking about all the wonderful levitation videos or whatever is going to be coming up next, asking us to, current subscriber, if we're still, we want to be current subscribers, all this. I mean, the point is sending messages, and now today yours. Last night I put together a video trying to be as strong as I could to say, hey, stop contacting me.
Who's here working the show?
You'll stop. That's what I said last night. But you know what? After I made that video, I realized it's not the thing, it's the spirit behind the thing. What I'm going to say is I am reaching out for help now. I'm done with this whole subject. I've disabled the comments on my YouTube, on my YouTube account, because I don't want to see what is really going on here. People are sending me links to blogs that have pictures of Nithyananda in saris, women's saris, I guess, as a joke or something, as the goddess or something, which I guess offends a lot of Hindus. I could have lived my whole life without knowing or seeing that. I don't care about that. It has nothing to do with me. Do you understand? I don't wish to be involved in this in any way, but I'm also not going to let someone just throw their weight around the United States. That's not how it works here. So I'm reaching out to the world to shine some light on this, okay? Not making a judgment. I know for me, something's rotten here. But I'll let the world decide, Okay? But as for me, I'm enabling my blog, Vedic 21. I was ready to delete that about 10 days ago. I'm just done with it. But I'm glad I didn't, because now the whole idea of that thing was it came down and pointed just to Nithyananda. But after seeing what I'm seeing here, I'm going to point it to some other people that are their life is sort of digging through all of this, what looks like a lot of filth, and I'll let them sort it out. But I am not going to spend another minute digging through whatever's going on in that organization. Okay? Now, to all the people that I met, I like you people. What I'm going to say to you is this. Get out of whatever you're into. Something's not right here. I don't know what it is. I do know it's a spirit behind whatever is going on here that just is not right. Please. Put your energy to other use. I'm trying to get on with my life. Okay? And you guys aren't letting me. You keep trying to pull me back in. And it's all with this sort of friendly approach. But what you're doing is not respecting what I told in person to one of your administrators on Sunday. You're continually trying to contact me. That's not okay. I now know that if I would have stayed in India, what I would have been doing is what you're doing, getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning and calling people in the U.S. that have already said no to your organization. That's what I'd be doing. Thank God I left. Now, I'm not even going to say it, because they won't do it. Stop contacting me.